Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Monday to you all. Hopefully, your week is off to a great start. We are continuing with the latest Tempest release. We checked out the MV for the title track, Dangerous. What a tune that was. And now we move on to the rest of the album. We have The Calm Before the Storm EP. Now, even though it is classified as an EP, there's only 4 tracks on the entire thing. And we're going to be skipping over Dangerous because, well, we've already heard it. So we're going to be covering Eye of the Storm, track number 1, and then Freak Show, track number 3, and I'll Be There, track number 4. And already off the rip before we even start, shout out to Tempest team for producing... Every single song on the album is over 3 minutes. Well, Freak Show's 3 minutes on the nose, but still. In an era where like 2.5-minute songs are kind of like the industry standard, they've dropped an album full of fairly long songs. So I'm very much excited for this. Let's jump on over to the big screen one time. We're over on Spotify because not all videos have lyric videos, and well, just working through Spotify just makes compiling everything a lot smoother. And yeah, we'll start with Eye of the Storm. I don't really delve into writing credits unless I know there's like certain songs that I need to keep an eye out for in terms of credits. What I do know is Lou is everywhere on this album. It's kind of like in-house producer. It kind of makes sense. He's everywhere on the album. Like, I think every single song has a Lou writing credit in the lyric section, I think, which is really cool. I love seeing members and artists get involved with their own music. I just think it adds an extra level of personalness to it. And I really like it, and I really appreciate that Yuiho is letting them do it. Don't appreciate what Yuiho is doing with Everglow, but that's a completely different story. I'll save you the rambling. We'll jump in with Eye of the Storm, and yeah. If you want to skip ahead to a certain song, timeline below is going to be chapter based on what song we're listening to, as is the usual with these album listens. If these survive YouTube Content ID, it'll be completely just fine on YouTube. If it doesn't and it gets blocked, well, you'll be seeing this over on the P Cloud. So hello P Cloud. Hopefully we don't have to use it, but in case we do, then we try. But Eye of the Storm, let's send it. Here we go.
All stars, yeah. 마치 별을 찍고 come on, yeah. 애로 멀어지는 new wave, yeah. 분위기를 바꿔 못해, yeah. Spicy, pricey, we don't stop. Don't you try me, trust me, we going pop. You party 시작은 loud.
Hey yo, this beat is kind of dirty though. Hold on.
지루던 밤을 지나 새로운 태양이 떠. 네 맘을 뒤흔들 타. Every single day, we come out and play. 고통에는 for you.
Oh, they're doing something very similar with the song composition as the title track. And a little post-chorus.
Yo, I wanna take it, don't wanna waste it. 오늘도 put it down, 움직여 빨리. We gotta go way higher. 우린 계속해, go get. 대신 내 소리 맞춰 roll, just let it go. 더 미친 듯이 나의 몸을 let it burn.
Typically, I'm not a big rap fan. Like, I don't really understand it. I much more prefer melodies. But this album is 2 for 2 in making me really like the rap sections. And all things considered, a short pre-chorus both times.
Just give me that why so serious? You just make it up. Why so serious? So serious. 숨죽인 채 지평선을 향해 고요함을 깨운 마지막 포인트. 뜨거워지는 함성 전율을 느낀 순간, yeah.
Tasteful auto-tune there. Again with a little interlude after the bridge.
Every single day.
Yeah, this song is such a groove. Name drop yourself in there. Dang, that was a long outro. Wow, okay. What a good way to start the album. Oh, really good energy, but it's not like overly bright and it's not overly dark either. It just sits right in the middle and it's a really nice, like, it's a nice appetizer to the title track, I think. Interesting composition style. It's very similar to what the compositional layout of the title track was, in that you have a rapping main verse, a melodic pre-chorus, a melodic chorus, a little post-chorus afterwards, rinse and repeat. You have a bridge, a melodic bridge, then you have an extension of the bridge, kind of like an interlude to tie in the bridge to the final chorus, and then we got like a bona fide outro on this one as well. Ooh. And interestingly, we had a really short pre-chorus on this song. Like, typically, I feel like a pre-chorus would be... I guess it depends on what the like meter the song is in, but like, well, if we go back to the first chorus, or the pre-chorus even... I didn't go back far enough. So if the beats were like this, 1 measure, 2 measure, 3 measure. Yeah, I feel like typically on a pop chorus, we get an 8 measure pre-chorus on the first rip, and then maybe on the second time around it'll be shortened, but both times there were 4 measure pre-choruses, and that's kind of short. Also, again, a pre-chorus where the background chords don't change a lot, because it's like the same droning chords in this pre-chorus here. Yeah, because it's just, they go up the octave. It's the same chord, it's just an octave higher on the 4th hit, and that's it. Interesting. I like the parallels, though. I do like that if this is going to be like a stylistic thing, and it's going to be common all throughout the album, and that like it's a really nice division of rapping and vocals, but also kind of like the way the song's been organized is a little bit different to what like the genre standard is. I like that. I like that they're kind of stepping outside the box a little bit, being not as predictable as say mainstream would be. I like that. I love a group challenging like genre norms and stuff, so that's really cool. So we're going to skip Dangerous and go into track number 3.
Woo! Get rocky, rocky, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. I'm ready. 한 가지 물어볼 게 나 있어. 왜들 반쯤 낚시내가 있어. 머리를 다 헝그려 놓고서 그 잘난 생각 좀
I love the energy for this.
자 이제 시작해. Go 1, 2, 3. 각 잡힌 분위기엔 뻔하지. 멋대로 뒤돌아 follow me. 기분이 좋은 말이야리.
Again, nice heavy split. Nice blending this time of vocal and rap. Okay, we got an 8-bar chord, or pre-chorus, changing background chords. I love the energy, it's so good. Nice breakdown to the second verse. know what this song is? This is a jogging song. This is like a running on the treadmill type of song. This is a gym playlist song for me. Oh, little synthy brass it for me. Oh, another interlude between the bridge and the chorus. That breakdown was hard. Ooh. 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 That was tasty. Freak Show. Oh, what a B-side. The vibes are immaculate on this song. It's very playful. It's very energetic. There's a little bit of musical dissonance tucked away. There's just sprinkling it around that it keeps it from becoming like a bubblegum pop song in a way. And the song just cruises. When I say it's like a jogging song or like a treadmill track where you just listen to it on the treadmill, it really is that type of song where once the song starts, it just keeps going. And it's perfect for a running sequence, I think. Ooh. I want to talk about that bridge. Is that... Baby, do that. Tell me what you want to show, baby, show, baby. And the fact that Tempest are 3 for 3 when it comes to adding an interlude between the bridge and the chorus, I think is really cool. And I think that is where they're getting the extra, like, 20-30 seconds is like the little interludes they're throwing in between the choruses and the next verse, or like between the bridge and the chorus. And I like it. I like it because it doesn't feel like a filler section in the song to extend the time, playing time. It genuinely feels like a part of the song that's meant to be there. I love it. Especially love this little instrumental interlude, or like this, not instrumental, but like a very instrument heavy interlude in between the final chorus and the bridge. Just little false lead in, and then because it all of a sudden goes like surf guitar vibes, and then we're back into the typical vibe of the chorus. It's like, oh, it just, ooh, it's a really tasty interlude, and I think it's my favorite part of the song. But the entire song is really good. It vibes. It's so good. Ooh. And we're already on the final track. Can you believe it? We're flying to this album. But next song, final song. I'll Be There Now. Typically, a final song on the album is a ballad. It's just kind of like the natural law of things when it comes to like pop albums, is the kind of emotional ballad is at the very end to like help wind down the listener for the end of the album. That doesn't mean, though, that all albums end with a ballad. We'll see what Tempest do. That's the button I meant to press. Okay, so it's not a ballad, but I heard those brass sections back there. Oh, it's smooth. Peep the vocals. Oh my god. Nice tie into the rap verse. Finish it all melodic nice. I'ma shine for you anywhere. 맘처럼 되는 일 하나 없을 땐 잠시 멈춰서서 돌아봐 줄래. Baby you're not alone. 너의 곁에서 난 everyday 머물러 줄게. Yeah. 언제든 내가 있어. 거라비 돼. 잠깐 여기만 집중해. Showtime 생각 끝난 중에. It's so smooth. Live harmony. I'ma shine for you anywhere. 맘처럼 되는 일 하나 없을 땐 잠시 멈춰서서 돌아봐 줄래. Baby you're not alone. 너의 곁에서 난 everyday 머물러 줄게. Yeah. 언제든 내가 있어. 거라비 돼. 늘 너의 곁에 네 곁에 언제나 머물러 있는 날 기다려왔던 너. Tell me what you're waiting for. 숨이 가쁜 순간은 전부 우리 위한 거야. So never forever. I wanna believe. 맘처럼 되는 일 하나 없을 때 잠시 멈춰서서 돌아봐 줄래. Yo, low-key, I was so lost in the sauce, I don't remember half the song. Oh my god, that song was magical. It does exactly what a ballad does on the album, but not in the ballad packaging. And I think I genuinely do appreciate the fact that this wasn't a ballad, because like now that I've heard the way that the album ends, like actually ends, it's so much more fitting than a typical ballad would be. Oh, honestly, those vocals are no joke. Like, they are so smooth and so airy, and like when I heard the piano started, I thought it was gonna be like Lean on Me type vibes. And to an extent there is kind of that like gospel like nature to it, like gospel music type. Where it's got a lot of like almost like flowy like church music vibes, like kind of like soul music inspired, like vocal runs in there, the really high vocals. And then you've got like pretty constant vocal harmonies throughout on like the main killing vocal parts. And just the song is da 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 da. It's got that kind of vibe to it. It just, woo. It's like the song does like calm the listener down in a way, But for me, it got me even more riled up because I was so enjoying the vocals. Like, it has been a hot minute since I've been just so lost in the sauce than I was just now. Like, that was spectacular. This entire like EP, 4 track EP, kind of like a long single in a way. Like it kind of rides that fine line between the two. But like just the quality of music Tempest are able to put out is mind-boggling to me. As they've been consistently good. Scratch that. They've been consistently getting better every single era. And that's saying something considering how high quality their debut was. Let me tell you this. Like, Tempest, I know, are already an extremely impressive group, but they could be huge. If this is the quality of music they're going to continue to put out release after release after release, like, I always say that the debut is when you make your name in the world. The first comeback, the second release, first comeback, is when you gain more fans and like garner more attention. The third release or the second comeback is the most important one because that's the one where you can continue to grow your audience but also retain your old one. It's like the type of time of your an artist's career where you really establish a sound, and then everything onwards is just a continuation of what you've done already. Tempest going on from their debut with Bad News and then Can't Stop Shining, Taste the Feeling, it just every single time has just been this really energetic but not entirely bright, like but still youthful boy group pop songs. And the B-sides to match. And every single time the quality has just kept getting better and better. And it genuinely scares me how good they could be. Because for me, in my mind, when it comes to like recent fourth gen boy groups, like I'm talking recent, like within the past year or two recent, I genuinely think Tempest are probably punching pretty close to the top of that like early 2020s class of fourth gen boy groups. And I genuinely mean that because they've been really good. Man, you who have found a gem with this group. Hopefully, they can actually manage this group, unlike a certain other group called Everglow, who I also would associate as being like one of the pinnacle girl groups of the late 2010s, just created banger after banger after banger after banger, and then the company was just like, oh, and we haven't heard from them since December of 2021. Can you believe it? It's been 15, no, 17, it's almost 18 months since we've had an Everglow comeback. Wild. Like, Everglow, Tempest weren't even around when Everglow made their last comeback. That's how long it's been. Tempest debuted and had 3 releases after their debut, and Everglow still haven't come back. So I just really hope that Everglow, like Yuehua and Everglow, just get something out, like a proper company release, studio, whatever it is, whether it be an EP or a single or a full length album. At this point, I don't really care. But I hope that Yuehua don't neglect Tempest the way they have done with Yuehua in the last year and a half later down the road, because they don't deserve it. They are way too talented to go through that kind of neglect. And only best of wishes for them moving forward. Not like they really need it because they're already spectacular, but anyways, that's it from me today. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy and want to see more, channel icon is up there. You can find the back catalog of stuff watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye.